Hi, hi, hi. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. We're all in our places with bright sunny. Tina, if you don't get up out of here typing, girl, send prayers to my sister. Send prayers to my sister. If you don't get out of here typing, you are not allowed to type in here. You are not allowed to type, but we're going to go ahead and read it. Thank you for welcoming everybody, sis. How you doing, Tina? Member sis. Get off that rest. You're on listening duty. Let me catch you in anybody chat talking. That means you. I don't want that. I don't want to see that. Crazy Cam Mama says, how you doing? Get Martin says, how you doing? Yes. Um, I understand, sis. I understand. Trust me, I overstand. Hey, doing Dana, sis, remember how you doing? How you doing, Queen? Good to see you. Joe B and Joe, how you doing? How you doing? How y'all doing? Did y'all check out that trailer last night? I said, I'm checking out that new show. I don't care. This season, when it started, I'm there. I am there. I said, it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot going on. Jared, how you doing? How you doing? Tomorrow we go live. Thought it was today. It's tomorrow. Tomorrow we go live. Jared, how you doing, King? But yes, y'all, how was y'all evening? How was it? Because it's still hot out here. I'm like, okay, can we get September? Fall is my favorite season. It is the season I love. I love fall. I love it. I love how it looks. I love the nights. I love it. It feel like summer. The peak of it. Like, are we still in August? But in the great spirit of my city, in the great spirit of my city, it's gonna be in the 90s today. This time next week it'll be in the 60s. Just how I like it. Just how I like it. The weather's back and forth just like me. Yes, I love fall. That is my season. And I love it. I love it. And for a long time, I didn't like pumpkin spice and stuff. Hunty, when that fall come up, like pumpkin spice back, it's out. My sister loved it. Everything be pumpkin spice. I said, girl, you be having pumpkin spice. It's not even the season. But when it hit this season, ooh, I get excited. Yes. Yes, like I said, but that fall, I get excited. I get excited. See, Joby and Joe, my thing about summer is what I love about summer is, lots of get togethers, summer nights, swimming, that kind of summer stuff. I like it. But then when you talk about too hot to go outside and stuff, summer, I'm like, ugh, you know, because the heat just make everybody angry. Somebody go across the street and you was speeding to catch the green light and you mad that because they did you miss. Now you cussing them out. It's that heat. It's that heat. Calm down. And some of us ain't the heat. It's just we gonna cuss them out. Like, did you just come out here in traffic? Did you think you a car? The rest went right into. I know that's a man. You be like, oh, I'm just gonna take a little slither. And then I tell myself, I'm not even gonna blame this on nobody else. And I tell myself, well, you know what? Since you took a slither, if you take another one, it won't even be as big as the piece you would have ate. By the time I've done that 10 times, and half the pie's gone, I'll be like, okay, the logic is what? I be telling myself, self-discipline. Claudia says, how you doing? How you doing? Yeah, Susan, how you doing? How's it going, member sis? How's it going? Mm. And we really did, as far as like being super hot. We, before this week, like we had maybe a couple of days where it was just like, whoo, they could keep it. And you know, it wasn't as bad as some of y'all done had. First of all, y'all have a different heat than us. 60 for y'all is warmer than 60 for us. So they different things. But we didn't have a super. I remember being a kid and having some summers where you were like, come on now, why are you doing this to me? My God, it's too hot to go outside running around. You'll dehydrate. But shoot, when I was a kid, you went outside and slip and slide. It's real hot. Throw out that slip and slide. You know what I mean? You made a pool. Sprinklers? That was a water park. If everybody's sprinkler was on and you could run through it, that was like going to a water park. You got on your bike and you rode, just sat there and wait for it to go up. So, all right, I wanted to come down dead on me. And I, you just come and doing drive-bys on my bike. Was that just me? Was it just me? Was that my neighborhood? And the people who you thought had the best sprinklers ever was the ones who had the one that was shooting it out and turning it. You said, oh, it's going to be like a combat. I'm like going through war, but I want to get hit. But it can't hit my tire because it kind of throw me a little bit, you know, because it's got a little power on that water. That water's a little strong. So I can't go too slow coming past. You know, I have a foot down because this could get slippery real quick. Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, the good old days, good old summer nights were nothing better than if it was a summer night and you went with your family to the drive-in. Because we go to the drive-in, and in the front of the drive-in, in front of like the big screen, they had a little playground in front of it. You know what I mean? For when them kids get restless and they don't give a damn about. Because you know, it would be like a family movie and then a movie your kids could give less than a damn about. I remember when we went to see Ghost Dad with uh Bill Cosby. When we went to go see that, um, what was playing with it? I really want to tell you what was playing with it was Mo Better Blues. I really want to tell you, is that the one where Spike Lee get his home? Is that one? Because I want to tell you that's what was playing. So, you know, your parents always, this is the only way we go to the park is if my big brothers walk down there with you, and so you playing, because you might be a couple of cars back from the park, you know what I mean? Your parents, like, it's a bunch of kids over there playing, I can't see mine. Or if my mama parked up close, because what she'd do is, for that movie we really didn't want to watch, she'd be close, so we could play. You know what I'm saying? Well, like, I remember that. You know what I mean? I remember going skating in the summer. I remember going to the beach, you know, and you know, I remember thinking it was a thrill to go to the beach at night. But now I'm just so I know I'm getting old. I be scared. You at the beach at night? Ain't no lifeguards out there. Ain't no. That water's no game. Did you see the way them waves are coming in? The other day, Lake Michigan looked like an ocean. I was riding on the damn bus, coming down Lakeshore Drive. I said, looked over at Lake Michigan. I said, wait, you can go surfing. I mean, these waves was like, whoosh, whoosh. I said, wait a minute. Am I at Santa Monica Beach? I need to know, why does Lake Michigan have waves? Stay away from that water. Oh, jeez, sorry. I had a moment. I said, you at night? No. Oh, we had a station wagon once. Man, let me tell y'all something. I don't know about everybody, but the driving was the only time you could sit on your parents' car. Your parents ain't play that sit on their car shit. This ain't no job. Boy, though. And my grandson get them kids on that, take them kids, put them on that car. Because he was a mechanic. He's probably one taking the dents out. Because when you're a kid, you ain't thinking about the dents until you up there playing on top of the car. And your mother's like, hey, if you can't sit still, you'll come back here and be in that back seat. Complaining. Image. But you can't help every movement. They can hear it in that. Because you up there doing. I remember taking my kids and we went with his a friend of mine and her kids. We went to the drive-in and we got there. They got on my car. Kid, y'all not. This was me in the car. Oh my God. Oh sweet Jesus. Jesus. No, 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 no. Baby, you can't walk from the hood to the top of the car, sweetie. And you damn sure can't put your foot on this glass. What is going on? Wait. No, no, no. I got one better. Y'all can sit in the front seat. Y'all can sit in the front seat. I turn the car around backwards. We open the trunk. You can sit in the trunk. But y'all gonna get up off this car. I'm telling you, I'm not. Wait, whoa. They just stood up. They just stood up on the car. On the car. It's gonna look like somebody came and took a bat to my car when I leave. Girl, I got nerves. But it was the best thing ever. At least they had the experience. They got on top of the car. I mean, because, ooh, auntie. Jesus. These cars ain't made like them old cars. Them old cars, you could have put your whole family with an elephant on top of them. It might not have done it. Them new cars, you put your foot on them for a picture and it's gonna break. It's made of glass. Say, this is a glass slipper you're driving. I remember in the early 2000s, if a car got into a car accident with a car from the 80s or something, the car from the 2000s would look like it had just been in a collision. You'd be asking people, oh my God, what was going on? How fast they going? This was a main street. How fast they going? So they was going about 10. To that Oldsmobile, bam, bam. Crashed that whole back end. He said, damn. They was made of glass. Fiber. Ooh, baby. Them cars was glass. I'll never forget. I'm sitting around the corner from my crib, just turned onto Roosevelt, getting ready to head out south. I'm not doing 5 miles an hour. We go to a stop because I guess somebody crossing ahead of us. I don't know. We just go to a stop. This Astro van. So now I'm driving at the time, it's like 1998. I'm driving a 1996 Ford Contour. So I'm in the car. This Astro van is like a 8990 Astro van, probably 90. You know what I mean? Anyway, I stop. He coming. You know, you look out your rearview mirror thinking, it's no way you can stop. That mine, not even doing 20, 30 miles an hour, that mine hit the back of my car. Y'all would have thought he was doing 6,000 miles an hour. Man, he tore the, man. And as far as tore up, I mean, you know how you go to the thing and be like, how could this cost this much? Because, like, what? That, but like I said, we wasn't even going fail. I wasn't moving. Because he tried to come around, so I hit it like on the side. He didn't come fully to the back, and I'm so glad because he probably would have came to my back seat. Cree, how you doing this mountain? Good mountain. Oh man. If somebody hit your parents' car, I never forget. This how serious it is. My buddy, when we were young, and she was in her mama's car. I was gonna say she was in her mama's car, and we went somewhere, and somebody hit us because they ran a stop sign. We jumped out the car ready to fight. You know why? Because I would have rather went to her parents where her mother would have had to call my mother and picked us up from jail. No, we just happened to go. Because they going to swear you ran the stop sign. We didn't run the stop sign. We didn't. They go, you wasn't paying attention. Driving is making sure. Bossy, member says how you doing. Waking busy. Ain't no wet better wake than the one that is busy. But yeah. But now, didn't my mama complains. When I was a kid, the way you got your parents' card, sadly, was you took it. Because they wasn't even trying to give it out. You was like, because you watching dumb movies as you license to drive and they pushing the car out on neutral, but they don't have a house behind theirs and, because you got an alley in behind you, so even if I put your, oh shit, come on. He wasn't doing it with a station wagon, he was doing it with a BMW. A sedan at that. Y'all know I watch too much TV. I swear. You know how you be like, it's so hot, naked sounds like the way to be. Like, it just sounds like what you should be. And I don't mean that in no dirty way. I mean to stay cool, though. Like, I don't want to like being that hot. If it's too cold, I'll make a tent and sleep under the tent with a cover, and trust me, you hot. I will turn my cover into a sleeping bag, and trust me, you hot. But when it's hot, you be like, okay, I done took off my clothes. I jumped in the shower and jumped down and air dry. I got on the fan. I turned on the air. I didn't cook. I didn't turn on the oven. I didn't turn on the stove. I told the microwave it was too hot. Yeah, those are the fun times. Like I said, that was, and even when you think about like kids these days, the worst part is their idea of like us. It'd been like depends on what generation you come. What was the rebel of your child? You know what I mean? Like some were like. Some parents like, oh no, are you out there protesting? You're out there, And I'm just saying, but like it could have been different things. These days, these kids just go to extremes. You know what I mean? Like they done caught a ticket to Spain, not even to follow their dreams. You be like, wait, short. This is just way they doing way too much. And then the things they even are trying to imitate or be, those things aren't even that. That's the saddest part. Like when I was a kid, little boys wanted to be like Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan is a real legend. Michael Jordan. Now let's not go into his personal life because then I don't want to sound personal because I got love for Michael Jordan. So we're gonna keep it there. We're gonna keep it there. Or my personal opinions about him. I'm gonna keep it there. I'm gonna keep it there. But Michael Jordan is a legend. He could hoop. He did float through the air like I was like, oh my God, is this dude flying? And then what it brought you was new people, hoopers, and they would change things. You get what I'm saying? People be slam dunking a different way, but it be all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is these were things at least you could. And if your son was hooping, then he didn't have time to be out there. Because he was too focused, especially if he was taking it serious. His biggest focus would be that. So that's not something bad. He wasn't trying to, I don't know. And I just used Michael Jordan because I just wanted to name somebody. Because people are like, well, that's the only person who could, no, it's not. But I'm just saying it was just different. For me in my era, I can speak in my era. In my era, there were lots of people to look up to me. In ways like to say, oh, you can do it. They did it. If women were doing something, I say, oh, I guess women can do it because they do it. These days, kids be looking up shit they going. And if it does happen, all the work you really gonna have to do in, or all the sacrifices you're gonna have to make to get that, are you really gonna be enjoying it? Oh yeah, you got this 40-bedroom crib. Are you ever there home to enjoy it, or are you always home alone? And the echoes get real lonely. So now you got all these fake people around you, and then it makes you feel worse. And you wish you could go to a simple life where people just liked you for you. You never know. Some people be cool with that because they could have a whole bunch of yes men and shit. Whole bunch of flunkies. But we couldn't, right? That's what you thought about, something like that. Like, why does he get to take his shirt off because it's hot? Lucky some mama. Oh yeah, hang time. Yes. Come on. When I was short, they had a song. Hold on, I gotta pause music because I can't sing one song while there's another song in my ear. Listen, they had a song when I was a shorty. Sometimes I dream that he is me. Sometimes I dream that's how I dream to be. I dream I groove. I dream I move like Mike. If I could be like Mike, I wanna be like Mike. If I could be like, whoa. You know how big that was to me as a kid? First of all, Michael Jordan is playing in my city. Secondly, he, though people would, we're not going to get into the negative, so we're only positive. He got the most popular shoe to this day. And he's here. He's here. You know how many people used to just be on Madison so they could see him when they came in? And you see him come back? Come on. He is people treat him like a god, and he's right here playing for us. Oh my God, they got a song about him. Oh, be like Mike, like Mike. Mike is in movies. So we got excited, even though I'm Scottie Pippen's biggest fan. But still, we not 23, 23. But auntie, I used to get it geeked. Geeked is an understatement. Geeked is an understatement. People be going crazy about Mike. He right here. He right here. He got a restaurant downtown, and he be there. Him and Pippin got boats, and they be there. Yes. They was jamming for Mike. I was like, hey, I was so young. I'm like, all the greats are Mikes. In my era, I'd be like, you got Michael Jordan, Mike Tyson, Michael Jackson. And don't nobody laugh when I said that. Say this. Michael Bolton. Y'all, I can't lie. I love me some Michael Bolton. Him, his big forehead, and his big forehead daughter. I just loved them. I know he had more than one. But I just loved him. But he had that one daughter look just like him. I said, damn. Her name should be Michelle Bolton because she looked just like him. He had two daughters. But I loved Miss Michael Bolton, okay? Don't judge me. Don't judge. Yes, but anyway. And y'all, I swear, this whole weekend I done came on several times like, oh, this weekend was on fire. Oh, this weekend was on fire. But y'all know it was a holiday, so now all out of Venom, they got to rest. They got to rest. They kicked up enough dust. They said they got to rest. But the one that's had a lot of my attention this weekend has truly been Jag. I mean, oof. Sheesh, it was still going on with her this morning because she is just a character. I mean, I never seen somebody lie so much. I mean, it's a movie. It's a movie. She should just make a movie. That's it. You love Michael Bolton too? Look, you love Michael Bolton too? like I said, when it comes to my music, I love a lot, especially when I think truly. When I was young, I remember thinking like, oh, the Temptations, the OJ's and stuff remind me of cleanup music. Like I knew we was about to do some cleaning. You know what I'm saying? And we was gonna jam the whole time. But it kind of at first reminded me of that, right? And then when I got into like my early teens, like 15, 16, whatever, when I was in those ages, to me I call them the oldies. This was the oldies, but I'd always be like, man, I like my music more. So I like the songs, that I'm listening to. I like I Need Love. I like, I like Teenage Love. And that was from a couple of years earlier. So now some music that when I was a little younger, this is my favorite shit right now. I'm in that. But then when I kid y'all now, when I was like 20, I used to be like, man, old school is my music. Boy, I'd be jamming to some old school music, just jamming, jamming. That was my thing. But like I told y'all, my favorite era of music, honestly, is the 60s. I just don't know why. It just give me a happy zone. The 80s music makes me happy, just like 80s movies. But 80s music makes me happy because it's a young time in your life, and, so I like the 80s. Um, I like music, though. I like the 90s. I mean, the 2000s I like, but it was coming in a period where it was making me like, I just want to go listen back to my music. And then that even happened it's been in these 2000s. So the early 2000s, like 2005, 2006, I was probably going backwards with music. Because to me, that's how I felt. Then when all that mumble rapping and all that, I had to step back. All that, everybody rapped exactly the same. I can't tell. I'm like, oh, is that such a thing? But no, that's boogity boog. Kind of sound all the same. So then I stepped back. It was a back and forth. It was a back and forth. It was a back and forth. Then some people I didn't like, and then I started liking them. But music is and then now I feel like in the last couple of years a lot of this music is so recycled that when the song come on, it's not that they sampling a beat song. They got the whole beginning, got me thinking I'm about to listen to Janet Jackson. It's a whole different song. But it's starting with making love in the rain. I'm like, oh, that's my jam. Then it's about to and go into something totally different. I'm like, what this got to do with making love in the rain? They just, huh? Huh? Mm-hmm. I think when it comes to like rock music, the heaviest rock. So like, I like Metallica into Sandman. So they heavy rock, I guess. But to me, they really weren't. But I guess they are heavy rock. But I think to me, the heaviest I would ever say I was into like rock that was past just like Guns N' Roses. Please, I love them. I'm not gonna deny that. But they not heavy rock to me. But it would be Nirvana. It would be Nirvana because Hunty Teen Spirit was very popular when I was a freshman in high school. I mean, it was very popular. That's the same. Please. Here we are now, entertain us, acting stupid, it's contagious, yeah, dun dun dun. But everybody went crazy. Everybody went crazy. And even when he took his life, you had to even pretend like, oh man, look, you didn't really care as much as you did what you did. I mean, that's messed up, but you definitely said that. That's messed up. He was real, he was him. Oh yeah. We all right. Why can't we be free? Because at that time we did all look the same on top. Right. So you just would have been out there with your shirt off. They like, what are you doing? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Michael was a please. I mean, I loved "I'll Be There" by the Jackson Five. Sounds shorty, right? And I never forget when Mariah did it over. I said, "Girl," and I loved it. Just call my name, and I'll be there. Who did Mariah do something? Oh, it's like, look, I swear your phone be listening to you. I just turned on my music and it went to bye, bye, bye. Say, girl, you want to talk about when you was into that music? Boy, let me tell you something. I used to make the mistake back in the day, and all of them were just one group to me. But the one thing I knew is I've liked Justin Timberlake since he was in that Mickey Mouse Club. Okay? Because I used to watch the shit. So I knew Britney, I knew him. You know what I'm saying? Just like when it come to Nick Cannon, I had been watching Nick Cannon when he was on Nickelodeon. When they were all on there, him, Keenan, Kev, I was watching all of them. Okay? We all the same age. But anyway, all of us, Britain, all of us, we all the same age. So I grew up seeing these little folios. But Hansi, I knew that, but I would be like, oh, I love that song. God must have like, Danny, it's not in sync. I said, they all in sync. They said they not. Then I realized, wait, I do like 98 degrees. But at the end, it's all the same. Because they got my baby Justin. Heidi, remember sis, how you doing? How you doing? But yeah, no, but music, please. Sometimes I know my mood I'm trying to be in by what music I'm listening to. Cause sometimes you'd be like, no, I gotta go straight to give me some MJG 8 Ball. And depending on what mood I want to be in with them too. Yeah. Oh, girl, you didn't really miss nothing. You know, it'd be the same old shit, different toilet. I'm telling you. That's why when I saw that trailer, I had to share it with y'all for that show, Law and Order coming out. I had to let y'all know. Because I said, oh, they about to get down to the bottom of it. They about to clean these YouTube streets. At least I guess that's what they come to. I don't know. I was watching the show, the trailer, and I just thought, I'm ready for some justice. Oh, Mickey Mouse. Well, let's pause it again. MIC. See you real soon. KEY. Why? Because we love you. MOUSE. Mickey Mouse. The one and only Mickey Mouse. Oh, shucks. He talked to me. Come along and sing a song. And I say, girl, let me tell you something. I done been to Disneyland and Disney World, honey, and you know who I came to see? Mickey. Come on, Mickey. We want Mickey. 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 Oh, shucks. Hey, let me tell you something. Till Bugs and them, I got real more in love with them. You know what I'm saying? Because Bugs and them was my crew. Daff, all them. But Mickey had a cool crew, too. I know y'all watch DuckTales. DuckTales? Ooh. I did. Mick Scrooge? Come on now. I used to want to go swimming in coins and money. Shit. Why Huey, Dewey, Louie get to have all the fun? And why didn't they have a season where they went broke? You know what I mean? Because they made a bad investment. You know, but that would have been a different story for a different channel. But when Goofy had the Goofy movie and he took his son and they ended up going to the concert, his son became the coolest kid in school because he was so embarrassed of Goofy. So at first, you know, he was scared everybody was going to think he was going to be just like Goofy. But he became popular. Please, I've seen all them movies. Them used to be my people. The ones I could. There's always somebody trying to take over the show. Anyway, Um, the ones I wasn't that crazy. Like, I like Yosemite Sam, but as I got older, I kind of didn't like them. Cause I don't know why he wanted to kill my boy Bugs. So I wasn't with that. I wasn't with it. And that runner, how come he could not be caught? Oh, I used to want to help catch him. Because he'd be all cocky when he didn't get caught. I was catching him. I was going to help. That's how I used to feel about it when I was young. I don't know about y'all. But I used to be late for school, and my school was dang near a half a block away. Because I had to see, um, y'all know Woody Woodpecker had a show, right? But he had this Chilly Willy the Penguin segment on there, and it came on, and I just had to hear the song. It's Chilly Willy the Penguin. Wait, I'm Chilly Willy the Penguin. I shake it. Wait. It's like I'm Chilly Willy the Penguin. I shake it through and through. Wait, my head is hot and my feet are cold. Ha, he, achoo. And what about the crocodiles? Wait, is that? Wait, hold on. But it was Chilly Willy the Penguin, okay? And then I liked Pepe Le Pew. Oh, the good old days. Nina, hold on. Nee, Nee, you want to come say hello? Here's the. He's such an attention slut. Come here, bub. Everybody wants to say hello, Bill. Come here. Here's Tail. Do y'all hear his tail? They don't want to hear your tail wag. They want to see your beautiful face. Come here, Nina. While we wait for Nino, um, let's definitely keep Tina in our prayers. I know she's going through something with her carpal tunnel, so let's keep her in our prayers. Let's keep Mama Ann in our prayers. Let's keep sending love to her. Let's keep just John in our prayers. Let's not forget about people. Like I said, so a couple of my moms are not in the building, so let's keep them in our prayers and our thoughts. I definitely want to remember that. Come here, Name. Here. Here, Bubba. Come here. Here. Come on. You just say hello to you. They play you so much. And they know you be like, God bless you, good night. You usually say that to them, because you're such a good boy. One of the best boys. Oh, oh, boy, you're so old on me. But you're so young and you're so beautiful. Bubs. Oh, yeah. Oh, bub. Oh, bub. Oh, did you tell everybody hello? Wait a minute. Okay. Oh. Yes, they love you too. Ooh, yeah. One more rub. Oh, that's the problem. Such a rub. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Ooh, Bubba. Now get on out of here. Get on out of here. Yes, Woody Woodpecker. I used to love Woody Woodpecker. Man, I remember how much I used to love Mighty Mouse. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes. Yeah, Dita, he said, look, now he going to spray it back out. So it's how we go outside and but all right, finish, let's go. And then you come in and rub his fur. You feel the heat on his fur. Yeah, so he take look, he said, study YouTube, I'll take it. He said, I'll take it. That's what he gonna title this channel. You better watch him. He's looking for new names to take over my channel with his name. The Nino takeover. Yes, Pepe Le Pew, yes. He always come around stinking. But he was so romantic and so, oh, he was just a, oh man, them cartoons are silly. And I used to watch them all. Fat Albert, Heathcliff, Garfield, what else? Thundercats. Oh, I used to watch them all. Transformers, G.I. Joe, American Hero, G.I. Joe. Is they like, dang, it's all, back in the day, you can't talk about the shows, and well, I can't. Sorry, I can't talk about the shows in the '80s I watch without going into song. So it's like I'll be like, yeah, didn't you watch different strokes? Different strokes it takes, different strokes to rule the world. You just start singing. Now everybody's got a different kind of story. Doom, doom, doom. Everybody's got a way. You got. Why did I go into? I get to talking about give me a break. Give me a break, the game is survival. Give me a break, I've made my arrival. Give me a break for you be like, why am I going to Did y'all be like, yeah girl, did y'all ever watch what's another one? Name them. I'm gonna start singing the song. I'm gonna start singing the song. Be like, oh yeah, I used to watch The Facts of Life. And then you got the facts of life. The facts of life. It's you didn't go. I go into song, honey. I go into song. You watch Three's Company. Sorry, because the songs are still playing, so it's a pause in my mind till you start singing the other one. But shit, Three's Company was my song too. It was Three's Company. Wait, Three's Company was. Oh my God, I can't stop thinking Facts of Life. That's what, but I'm telling you, all these shows, you name the show, I was singing it. They had good sound. They had good, I can't say soundtracks, they had good songs for shows. You know, Golden Girls is my favorite. I mean, of them all. Well, I don't know, because I used to really love Growing Pains. Not Growing Pains, Family Ties. I used to love their songs too. Like, see, now I can't think of none of them in my head though. I can think of Golden Girls, but I'm not catching the beat right now. What was Family Ties? It takes a lot to. No. Family Ties was. Damn, I can't think of Family Ties at all. I'm gonna have to play it. What was Family Ties was? Uh, I can't think of Family Ties at all. I can't, hold on. Okay, let's see. Family Ties. And I know it, I just can't think of it at all. And I remember when they changed it a little bit. They tweaked it because that was the original one, and then they tweaked it up because it was getting a little bit dramatic on the show. It was getting deeper. Deeper stuff was happening. The sister was with a bad boy, all kind of stuff. I loved Family Time. That's how I fell in love with Michael J. Fox. Back to the Future, Family Time. Oh, here we go. Dun 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 dun. What can I do? Oh, they're together for. Oh yeah, this is my. And then they show all the pictures. Together for a million more. It's like a real family showing us pictures of them getting married and stuff. But anyway, that's enough. I just needed to remember that was one of the ones I liked. But yeah, they had good songs at the beginning. Cheers. Cheers had a good song. The Cosby's had this. Then the Cosby went to a whole dancing at the front of the Cosby show, and I was like, oh, get me back to a song. I don't want to see y'all dancing and making bridges for each other to come out. I don't need to see that. Like, no, I don't see that. Me and my family don't do that with each other. Like, we don't just make, we don't turn into the Brady's and the men just start dancing. You shouldn't be in here typing comments. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah. Oh, I remember you come in the house to watch that Thursday lineup. The Cosby's, Different World, Law and Order. I was a Thursday. Then Friday, you had Family Matters. You had that was another show had a good song for it that we get into. Not Family Matters. Full House. Just love Full House. To this day, I say when Danny go to San Francisco, she's definitely gonna sit directly on that hill across the street where you can see the house from Full House right behind me, and I will sit there and take pictures. That's a fact. I don't care if people are down 1800. I'll be, oh, I'm always over there. Well, I ain't. And the kid in me has to do it. I'm gonna have a whole blanket down and everything, so I could be like them, sitting across the street. It's gonna be me. Pictures. What? When? Where? There. Oh, those are happy places for me. Baby. Mm-hmm. Wait, just what it takes. Okay. I just saw it. Sorry about that. I need to come soon. I want, before this year. I feel like I love to travel, and I feel like everything has. I'm glad I went to Vegas last year. You know what I mean? But I just feel like everything has been a detour. Because if you know, I move around, and I'm like, this is those perfect times to be able to move around. And I feel like I've been on stuck, but I know one thing: I have to go somewhere before my. I'm really thinking Georgia because Georgia puts me in the center. But I gotta come to Cali. I gotta go to Canada. I gotta go to Cali. And these places I have to go. Like I have to go. But I definitely gotta do Cali on your grounds. But like I said, oh, Cali, Cali, Cali. To me, like when I think of California as an adult, like I think of it so beautiful. When I think of California as a kid and how I thought about California, I one just had love because I was born there, but I really only thought of LA. Like I didn't even really think about nothing else California. To be honest, just being honest. You might as well say LA was California. And to me. But now, like as an adult, I'm like, I don't care if I went there when I was a kid. I don't remember it. It's like I told you, to me, the most beautiful part of California's beautiful. You know, I'm scared of earthquakes, but it's beautiful. But like San Diego is beautiful. San Francisco is beautiful. Cali is beautiful to me. Just to me. It would mean I live in all of hell to the no. Hunty, as expensive as it is to live in California, I have to live how I want to. Ain't no way, ain't no way, ain't no how. Like I'm gonna have to. It costs too much. It costs too much. It's like New York. Trust me, if I'm gonna spend it, we gonna have to spend it. I'm just gonna have to spend it. I am not gonna be giving. I'm not gonna be. I'm not gonna have a apartment $4,000. It's as big as Carrie's was on Sex in the City and her first. You know what I mean? I got my clothes in the oven because my whole it's like I'm in a studio, but I'm paying like I'm. Oh heck no. We'll find some outskirts or something. we'll find some property to purchase at least or something's cheap. Say, is it okay? I believe, okay, you said storefront. I said, business place. I'm sleeping every night. I'll figure out something. I will figure out something. Auntie. Prices. Oh, now that sounds like what growing up is all about, honey. Like that's how. That sounds like fun. Traveling all over Cali, making memories, leaving my autograph all through the state. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Dead ass. I definitely want to see it. And tell y'all, I kid you not. That's what you think. Well, that's what I thought about from the moment I started doing something, having anything done with my eyes. Enjoy what you see. You know what I mean? Like, enjoy what you see and make sure you see the things you want to see. Stop wasting time seeing the things you don't want to see. No, I can't waste it. It's got to bring me something. And I would love to see California. Get them, big dog. How you doing? Good morning, team. I keep forgetting to change your name. How you doing? Good morning, team. Good morning. That's my jam. If you like pina colada, if you like making love at midnight, it's like what the? But maybe I don't. You know, look, see, you'll be thinking about it. But I told you, Crazy Cat Mama, when I was in LA, I had some of the best um, jalapeno martinis. And I don't even like martinis. And then I used to think margaritas and martinis were the same, and then that's because I don't drink those kind of drinks, and I learned in two totally different things. Oh, at the bubblegum one? Yeah, I do it. I wonder if as soon as you stick it, they take a picture. They say, okay, now we're gonna say we're gonna get everyone's no matter how we do it. Yeah, that's what I want to do something new. And my mom always told me, every place you go has like history, first of all. And so they have these things that when you're there, if you're close to them, you should go see them. So I'm always about that kind of stuff. That's how I found out about that damn bat thing in Houston. 8 gazillion bats come out at night. The bats come out at night. Say, why them people got that thing over their head? What's that for? I was like, 'cause it's like a poop. Oh, designing women. My mom used to love designing women. Designing women. My mom used to like, oh my goodness, not Carol Burnett. We all liked Carol Burnett. I loved Mama's Family. Mama, is that Mama's Family? I used to love that. They came from the Carol Burnett show. Um, but no, my mom used to marry Tyler Moore. I couldn't stand that show. He'd come on and I go, oh my God, I love this show. My mom used to love Night Court. Um, what else? Oh, my grandma used to watch MASH. And I kid you not, to this day, that's the most boring theme song in the beginning ever. They playing that music, it used to put me to sleep. I used to think my grandma did that on purpose because it used to put me to sleep. I'd be laying in my bed to hear what she was watching. As soon as that shit came on, I couldn't tell you what happened at the beginning of no episode because I just be like, oh God, this is like, ugh. That's why in that movie, Six Tuplets, that the Marlon Wayans made and stuff, on that movie, when they say they fall asleep to that, I was like, oh, they ain't lying. They are not lying. Mm-mm. Boring. Boring. My grandma used to like Hill Street Blues. Hill Street Blues. MASH. My grandma loved wrestling and baseball. Oh, Blossom. Are you talking about Blossom? I used to watch Blossom. Mork and Mindy. I used to definitely watch Mork and Mindy. I loved Robin Williams. Mrs. Doubtfire and RV are two of my favorite. Well, I can't even lie because I love Jumanji. But those like some of my favorite Robin Williams movies. Wait a minute, no. What is the one where they getting married and Robin Williams is the priest? The couple getting married and then he come to their house and stuff because he got to go through all this stuff so they could get married. Y'all know what I'm talking about. What is the name of that movie? Because that's pretty funny with him too. Yeah, yeah, he was. Man, I remember. Do y'all remember when they had them new kids on the block buttons and stuff? First of all, like I said, I have so many different loves for each one of them. But then when they started getting like on reality shows and then they were doing like Where Are They Nows with them, I was like, oh Jesus, they had way too much fame because they are definitely living now in caves. It seemed like not even living, just didn't want to be bothered. But and then Jonathan was when he was on Surreal Life. I was like, oh my goodness, Jonathan, you should have never even signed up. You putting barricades in front of your room door so that they don't come in with the cameras. That's what they supposed to do. So people don't talk to you. That's why you're here. You're gonna have to do challenges together and stuff. Anyway, but when New Kids on the Block, I love Danny because his name was Danny and he had a cool little haircut. I love Danny. Who couldn't love Joey? He looked like he was 12 freaking years old and he was just so cute and he was the lead. Who didn't love Donnie because he had a little edge to him? You know what I'm saying? He just had this little edge and I love the Wahlbergs to this day. To this day, say something about Mark. Like, I knew he was gonna be one of the best. I love the Wahlbergs. Anyway, even though I haven't had a Wahlburger yet, because they won't put one next to me. Anyway, CJ, how you doing? But yeah, please. But it was like Donnie. Donnie was cool, and let's see, Jonathan. He was Jonathan. You know, didn't dislike him or nothing, but if I ever say I had a crush, it was definitely gonna be on Donnie. It was. I feel like Joey wasn't a crush. It's just I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But are you tough enough? Oh, we're hanging tough. I loved them. They represent my childhood. I loved them. Like I loved New Edition. Shit. Mr. Telephone Man. There's something wrong with my life. Something wrong with the line. Because when he called his baby's number, he get a click, but he don't realize that half hanging up. I would never hang up on you, Ralph. Till this day. To this day. Now, when it comes to New Edition, I would like to say that a majority of the time, since I was a little kid, I have been in love with Ralph Tresvant. And to this day, Ralph could still get it, okay? Today, Ralph could still get it. But anyway, I had a period when they became BBD that I had the hots for Ronnie. I ain't even gonna lie. But then it was something about that Michael Bivins because I could tell he was a move maker. He was a boss. He seemed a little smaller, but I knew he was a boss. So I had this kind of like little crush on him, like, I like his little swag, you know what I mean? Then when I realized, dang, he the one who, he got Boys to Men, BBD, ABC, the East Coast. And then he had, what was the other one? It was Alexander. Because when he brought out Boys to Men, he brought it too. It was Boys to Men, and there was a white group of 4 men, just like Boys to Men, and they sung, and they could sing a cappella too. Alexander, something. But I'm like, oh, Michael Bivins got talent. He got skills, hunty. And then Ricky could sing, but I ain't never had no crush on Ricky at all. Like I just didn't. And then when they first brought Johnny Gill, I was like, oh, get him out of here. Let him go sing with Stacey Lattisaw or somebody. Because, like, I didn't want him. But then when he came in there, growing up could be a pain. I said, wait a minute. He said, you're not a man until you come up. I said, wait a minute, Johnny. But I ain't never had no crush on Johnny Gill. I've always known Johnny. I don't know him personally, but I've always thought that Johnny Gill. I just never had a crush on Johnny Gill. Okay, I'm just gonna put it like that. No. Bobby Brown, I never had a crush on him, but I definitely thought he was a bad boy, and I still never had a crush on Bobby Brown. Mm-mm. And I love his "Don't Be Cruel" album. Don't be cruel. Cause I would never be that cruel to you. He wouldn't be that cruel to you. Yes, he would. No, And who would have knew Bobby Brown was working with all that? Don't be cruel. We should have. We should have. Yasmina says, how you doing? Good morning. CJ, I hope I didn't miss you. Says, good morning. Love you too. But yeah, I love that music back in the day, boy. I used to get excited. When Boys to Men came out with Ooh Ah, and they had the nerve to come out with a remix, and they said, in a minute. No, first of all, the song started off 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Injection, fellas. Say, wait, did he just say injection, fellas? Ooh, doom, 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 doom. I said, wait, ooh. Boys to Men was dirty. He said, in a minute, we'll be finished. I said, wait a minute. And then Silk, they told us it was a meeting in their bedroom. I said, ooh, 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 ooh. I thought when what's the name of them? H-Town was rocking, knocking the boots. We was doing something. Somebody rocking, knocking the boots. They said, we gonna get dirtier than that. We gonna get dirtier. SWV asked men, do you want to go downtown? I was so young, I thought they was going downtown Chicago. Like they going to Sears Tower? Mm-mm. Going downtown. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Then everybody was giving. I said, wait a minute, these little freaks. Then Jodeci said, I want to freak you. I said, oh, shoot, because I definitely want to freak Devontae. I was so mad when I seen Devontae looking washed up. Still moving, but he was definitely looked like he had definitely went down the rough road in life. Y'all remember when Casey and JoJo had that show? And their manager had just got his teeth done, and it was way bigger than his mouth, it looked like at first. But anyway, and we had learned that JoJo had such a drinking problem on that show. But anyway, and how much they would fist fight. Like, wait a minute, I loved how y'all were brothers. You know what I mean? Me and my sister to this day still sing that song. Close to me just like my brother, close to, you know what I'm saying? Like, what? And you are the only one, you're my everything. And for you, this song I sing. Say, wait a minute, but y'all telling us that before a concert, y'all used to be knocking each other unconscious. I said, wait, what? They was fighting like Flash and them on the 5 Heartbeats on stage? Oh, no. Wait, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Oh, I remember when people had vans and they had beds in them. Mm-hmm. Yes, yes. Love to you, Tina. I hope that they give you some relief. I really do. And let me find out you typing it. Tell the doctor I said tell you to not be typing. Unless you got to, because you got to for it. Because you know, as long as we in the building, you in the building. We know. But yeah, music, honey. Man, I remember being in love with I remember when Mariah Carey first came out. And I'm like, this girl can blow. But what's funny is there was also Taylor Dane. You know what I'm saying? And Taylor Dane was talented. She could blow. But then she kind of disappeared. Well, then she kind of disappeared. I don't know where Taylor Dane went. I can't tell you where she went. She disappeared. Like I said, of course, love Janet. She come from the Jacksons. You know, when I was a kid, you just love the Jacksons. Then you got like the Jacksons are a scandal all in one. I mean, there's so much going on with the Jacksons. No disrespect, there's just so much going on with the Jacksons. I mean, Latoya's still a bubbly hot mess as far as I'm concerned. As far as I'm concerned, she's still a mess. And then, Auntie Jermaine and that finger wave, Jerry curl, slick back, molded, the hairstyle he be rocking. I'm like, I can't with Jermaine Jackson. And then I remember when Jermaine Jackson did that wife swap. I'm like, I can't with Jermaine Jackson. I can't. I never really could. He was just a Jackson, famous by being a Jackson as far as I was concerned. Except for when he had that song. What was that song Jermaine Jackson had? Damn, I used to love it. Now I gotta look it up because otherwise my brain gonna start doing all these Jackson songs. Hold on, watch something. Look it up. I don't remember it. Dang, and I need to put it on my Oh, that's what he do that one, right? Say what? Because I ain't even a bunch of songs came about what he was talking about. But then he did that. Say what you say when you say what you said to me. Oh, I was crazy for you. Oh, don't you dare let my microphone get stuck in a stand when I'm trying to get to the dramatics. Forget it. I was crazy for you. You were crazy for me. How could something so right go so wrong? That used to be my jam by Jermaine Jackson. My love. I think that's what it's called. It's like, why don't you say what you say when you said what you said to me? I used to love that by Jermaine Jackson. But Jermaine Jackson being the talented Jackson, hell no. You see how long it just took me to even remember the song I loved by him? And Tito, the best thing to me about Tito is 3 T's. And I'm like, where are they at? They were so damn talented. One of them sounded just like Michael Jackson and looked just like what Michael Jackson wanted to look like. What happened to 3T? I need to know. And is Ruby raising Janet's real daughter and grandchildren? Well, the girl should be so grown by now because I'm 43. So she should be damn near 33 at least. Because I do believe that Janet Jackson, in my opinion, had a baby with a DeBarge. I do. And I do believe Ruby raised her in England. Allegedly. But I believe it. Wholeheartedly. But the Jacksons? I think I just like families that got scandals. I love the Kennedys. I love the Kennedys. I do. It's some I don't like, but I love the Kennedys. I do. I do. Jackie O will still be one of my favorite first ladies ever. And they not even in my lifetime. I don't even know why I'm saying she's one of my favorites. Like she was, like Jackie O was up there when I baby. Because only Grace would have kept me from smacking Marilyn up off that platform singing Happy Birthday, girl. And I was like, this girl got Grace. Girl, she's so classy. And she's so. I remember one day having this conversation with Terry Lynn. I said, yeah, I don't doubt she loved Onassis, but we know who she loves because she's buried with Kennedy. She's buried with Kennedy. You better tell somebody. Yeah, I called Onassis. I heard you. But Hunty, she's a Kennedy as far as I'm concerned. Y'all rest in peace now. I said that with love because I love Jackie. I love her. Just like Martin and his life together. Honey, I love that because them real loves to me. I think Kennedy really loved her. Now, was he a Rolling Stone? I don't know. But I don't know. But I know he definitely was rolling up in Maryland because I could tell by the way she was singing Happy Birthday, Hunty. I wasn't even there, but I was there. And I was like, oh, Hunty, that's definitely somebody sleeping with somebody. You don't sing Happy Birthday like that to no man you just singing Happy Birthday to. Because if you ain't slept with him, he sure think he can. But yeah, no, Obama and Michelle. Oh yeah, that's another first lady I like. But like I said, in a relationship, I like. Shoot, not even talking about people that's in politics or nothing. But y'all know Bono from YouTube. Not YouTube, from YouTube. Bono, the great Bono. Oh yeah. Anyway, Bono, Bino, however y'all pronounce his name. But anyway, Bono, whatever. But y'all know his relationship with his wife. Oh my God, I think it's beautiful. I think he is like one of the, like, I know, is he like an ambassador of Quam or an ambassador of peace and love? Oh my God, I love him. People sleep on the humanitarian he is. Like, he is a great person. I got so much love and respect for him. Of Marilyn, I really believe, like, so you know how they say that with Marilyn, she was supposed to do some. I don't remember if it was an interview or with the FBI. Anybody. Anyway, I believe. I definitely believe that she was murked. 187, how you want to say it, the nice way. So I ain't saying another word. I definitely believe that. I definitely believe that. Could it be what she know, what she did? I don't know what that was, but I just don't. I don't know. I don't see her. But here's the double standard, because like even if somebody says that she tried, that she took her own, let's just say they say that. You can't say because she was so happy and bubbly, because some people are just pretending and putting on facades because they don't want to let people down or let them know what they really feel, and they feel so alone they can't express that to somebody, or they don't want to look opposite of what people think of them. So I can't say that, but I just find everything fishy, and I feel like she died years ago, and I feel like every few years when there's a story to it, there's a little more. There's just a little more. And to keep bringing out new stuff or all that means something was hidden. It's just like with Kennedy. So you got the guy who you say did it, right? But none of it makes sense. Like, even when I went to where Kennedy was assassinated, when I went to Dallas, and you look at where this so called took place from, yeah, it could have happened, but it's just something in it where and then by knowing about the Cuban Missile Crisis, like I don't know. I don't want to. Don't let me get started. But Maryland, I definitely think they hushed Maryland. I definitely feel like Maryland was silenced for whatever reasons. And then you hear all this stuff about all these people she was messing with. So it's all this. I don't know, because most of them are to really defame her when you think about it. So it's to make it like, oh, so I guess, because I feel like that's what they do with stuff. Either we're gonna make you like them or make you think they brought this on themselves, or make. No, I don't know. I don't know. But me and a good friend of mine, we have two different agreements about like the Ted Kennedy and the whole woman. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about, the accident. Because what's so funny? To me, Ted was always the sweet one, because in my eyes, he was, because I'm not going to lie. Not only do I love JFK, I think he was handsome. And I think most of them Kennedys are attractive. Like, I think that's what I be looking past. Because JFK Jr., rest of that son, he was fine. That's one there. That's one right there. But anyway, I'm off track. But Ted, I never looked at it like that. Like, I didn't see the Kennedy. But I liked Ted. And what did Kennedy used to refer? JFK used to refer to Ted as the cynical one, right? He said that Ted was the cynical. Because I always get confused. Because I'm like, wait, is JFK, Bobby, Teddy? Wait, what are they nicknames? They got a nickname on the name. I'm like, okay, y'all confusing me. Y'all confusing me in these names. But anyway. With Maryland, yeah. What is your opinion on Maryland's death? Someday they gonna tell him. And I don't know. I always think sometimes, and just in my conspiracy mind. So right now we're gonna step into this part of the Twilight Zone. I'm in my conspiracy mind. Sometimes I think that they sometimes just wait till all the parties that cause could catch it are gone. Like we can now we can tell. Now we can just go ahead and say it like then they'll say stuff like and everybody know it. Yeah, JFK was a hottie. JFK was a hottie. Yeah, it's hard to. So like when I was a kid, I thought Marilyn Monroe took her life. I did. You know what I mean? And then, do y'all remember like when they would compare Anna Nicole to Marilyn Monroe? And to me, I would be like, yeah, they got a lot of things, but they have a lot of differences. Like, here's the thing about Anna Nicole to me. I feel like her story is a sad story. Very sad story. I've loved Anna Nicole, like I said, even when she was like transpire and all that, I was like, oh my god, but I still loved her. I still loved her. I couldn't stand that dude she was with. I couldn't. I wish she would have been with the little photographer one that ended up being her baby dad. I wish that she would have been. I couldn't stand him. And then when her son passed, and then it was he had gave him something before he was. I was like, I just don't like him. I don't. And then it got to a point where in my conspiracy mind, because we're still there, I felt like he took out Anna and him. That's what I do. And I felt like for him, he thought he was going to cling on being that baby's daddy. Nobody, you know what I mean? That's what I feel like in my head about him. I never trusted him. He's like Whitney Houston's daughter's boyfriend. Never trusted him. Never thought this was a good thing. Like he just gave this tingling feeling about who they were. And I felt like he was one of those people who probably was just like taking money, moving money, lying to her, you drugging her up because you know what she wants. Just like with Whitney, just like with Michael. They when you that rich and you got a bunch of yes people around there, yes you right out because some days you so knocked out that they took your stuff. They went and ordered some stuff for you and ordered some stuff for them. They using you. They're not your friends because your friends don't care if you weren't conscious. They still wouldn't take advantage of you. They just wouldn't. That's what real friends would do. They would be your security when you couldn't be there for yourself. So you not making your right decision. They still making decisions good for you. But these people are using these people. They feeding them the cocktails. They feeding them. While you in bathtubs, they feed you cocktails that could put you to sleep. But they say, oh, she do it all the time. She liked to fall asleep in the bathtub. Oh yeah, when they found Anna Nicole in that hard rock, I said, "Oh my god!" At first, I was hoping when I heard it, like it wasn't true. You know what I mean? Like it ain't no way, man. When it was true, and we watching them bring her out on that, you know what I'm saying, on that slab, man, I was like, man, is this real? But it's also the other sides, like think of all the celebrities that once upon a time you'll watch, especially ones that come from the 80s, early 90s, that became like drugged out. And you watched it. I mean, we watched Whitney. I remember the first time I noticed something was going on with Whitney is when she came up and should be performing. And she stopped performing to check like Tupac. No, to apologize for checking Tupac. And I was like, what is she doing? And on that same video, she turned around. She had no back. I mean, her bones were sticking out her body. And then we watched, her show with Bobby Brown. And I'm like, why are we seeing an idol? This woman sung at the Olympics and tore it down. This is every kid song when they graduated her song. I believe the children are my future. You know what I'm saying? That's and I'm like, wait, we watching her, but it was a reality. Man, how you doing? How you doing? And lots of them. Jimi Hendrix. All these greats. All these greats I mean, we watched Ozzy. Well, I'm way younger than when he was started it, but I've seen it in my lifetime. Ozzy Osbourne. That all come from all those drugs. Mm, mm, mm. Hmm. Yeah, and even once again, more a talent where we have to, where here comes this. That's why I said for us to act like this thing ain't so real, it's hit every surface we could see. Like, I mean, with our own eyes. You watch great ones fall apart, be in interviews. Do y'all remember? Okay, I know y'all remember the show Jackass, right? Well, I can't remember dude's name on there, but he was tall, skinny. But anyway, at one point, how blessed they would be. I was watching an interview and he came on like, oh my God. Was it Jimmy Kimmel? He came on one of them. This years ago. This man was so blasted that when he first fell through the table, I thought it was a jackass stunt. Like, you know what I'm saying? But he wasn't. He wasn't. I mean, so now people clipping, they not doing these. I mean, face out. Bah! I said, what is going on? We are watching these people. Hey, I used to watch Bam. La Bam when he'd be back at his house. Sometimes I'd be watching, I'd be thinking, he has to be on something. And I love Bam back then. Now Bam is on something now. And it just took me recently when I seen like that's Bam. To me, he was all grown up. He only a few years younger than me. But yeah, so these people are blasted. There's no way somebody just came and busted a whole 2x4 across your back. And you laughing. I used to watch as they sitting there putting whole lobsters to their testicles. I said, wait, what are they doing? To see who will let it hold on the longest. I said, wait, what could you possibly be on that you could do this? And then just because you put a disclaimer to tell kids like, don't do this at home, don't try. They gonna try it at home because you trying it at home. But yeah, I used to watch Jackass and all that. I did. And then it just got to a point where like, okay, some of this stuff is just too much. It's just too much. My Mary Bear member says, how you doing? Mm-hmm. Yeah, but like I said, those were the good old days with shows to me. Lots of good shows. Then, like I said, when reality picked up and they first started with like the Real World, definitely watched that. Definitely watched from the beginning, all those seasons. You know what I mean? So the Real World, Road Rules, all of those shows they had on MTV. And then when VH1 started with Surreal Life, then went from Surreal Life to they did that season of Flavor and Brigitte. What was that called? We'll call it Weird Love. They had their little show. Then they did Flavor Love. Then New Yorker Love. Then you know what I'm saying. And then they had all those shows. Then they had the game shows off of the characters from the show. Then VH1 just started having all these shows of their own. You know what I mean? So VH1 just picked up. VH1 was like, "Oh, we got you. We about to put love and hip hop." And looked up, and they just had all these shows. Hmm. I remember when I used to watch Lifetime all the time because they had good movies and good little specials or whatever. I used to watch them a lot. Like I said, so much stuff. So much stuff. If you like pina coladas, it won't. Because if you think of all the celebrities that, let me tell you something. Anybody, when you are on a substance to feel okay, to be whatever, you're running from something. What somebody's running from, only they know. Only they know. But you're running from something. you're trying to mask something. It could be, and there's a lot of people who they aren't taking the mental medication they need to, and they substitute it to feel okay, to feel normal, to slow down. They use substances to do that, but at the end, still running from something. And so, when you look in the industry, like I said, Casey was getting so drunk that he was falling face first, unconscious, having seizures from drinking, and they put him on a whole show, and he was basically saying he refuses to go to rehab, like he's fine. And like a week before he went on the show, family therapy, the week before he went on it, he was in the hospital. And it really hurt because I'm like, I grew up watching you, and you know, you're on this show to probably get the check, but you would still have fans and people who love and respect you, and they're watching you just like give up and say, "Who cares? We care." I know that might not mean a lot to you, but there are people. Some, at least as a celebrity, it's people who like you whether you know it or not. Some people aren't celebrities; nobody might know them, so they don't know who like them. Cause around them, nobody like them. But yeah, Whitney Houston. And then you watch all these unsungs, and there be people you didn't even know. You know what I mean? Like, dang, that sounded good. Shoot, Russell Simmons told us that when him and Rick Rubin first landed in like Europe or whatever, and they did something, that's when they knew they was somebody because they got off the plane. And when they got off the plane, the person walked up to him and asked him, "Oh, what y'all need?" And they was naming like simple stuff, and he said, "No, like what y'all need, whatever y'all need, y'all can have it." And Russell Simmons like replied like, "Give me some C, some PUSSY, you know, some checks." And it was something else. And he was like, next thing you know, all that was there. And he admits to all the seed he was using back then. I mean, he's super clean into his body now because the only temple that he was destroying when he was doing that was his. So at least he's clean on it now. But Russell's a whole nother story. He's a whole nother story. There are great things about him that I admire, especially as an entrepreneur, especially for coming from nothing, though, for real. Like, in the streets. Like some of these people, they came in through the streets. The streets paid it. You know what I mean? But Russell, that's a whole different story. Some of these people you'll get. That's why, like, even when Jag be talking about some of this stuff with celebrities, it's like, girl, you know it because we all heard it. It was the word on the curb. It was the ing on the streets. It was, you know what I mean? We all heard it, girl. We all heard it. I don't know him personally. I heard it too, girl. So how come I heard what you heard and we don't know him, but you saying he was best friends with him? But I feel like if you know all these stories on people, they got stories on you too. Shenanigans, how you doing? Shenanigans, how you doing? Good morning, good morning. Or like, oh, earlier I mean, the other day we were talking about the Corys, Corey Haim and Corey Feldman. Look at them. That was more drugs in our face. River Phoenix. When I was a kid, River Phoenix overdosed. River Phoenix was he was on Teen Bop, every magazine you could. He was all pleased. Everybody loved River Phoenix. He came from the Phoenix family. Who else? I mean, come on. We watched Darren Carter. He didn't just get on drugs. We watched Darren Carter start this years ago. And we watched the terrible demise. Who else? I mean, we could do this all day with celebrities. What's the old boy's name? He's one of the first ones to me come out and talk about it. Danny Bonaducci, is that his name? He was in the little redhead little boy on dang it, what's the name of his show? Oh my god, what's the name of his show? But I just think of all the celebrities when you hear about him. It was his only way, yeah. But you taking something. I mean, you taking what people take to go into surgery just about every 3 days or 2 days or whatever he was taking. That's not good. I think of after a surgery how long it takes my body to get all that out of it. Mm-mm. Yeah, Michael Jackson's was definitely sad too. But I felt like even when Michael Jordan was coming to court and he was coming in his pajamas and sunglasses, I said, y'all don't see Michael Jackson is hiding a P45. They said, oh, it's because his back hurts so bad. And well, if his back hurts so bad, how about y'all give him something milder because he's on his way to court and put him in a wheelchair? Instead, y'all got Michael Jackson getting out the car like a zombie in his PJs for court. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. Hmm. And I think Michael Jackson was in pain. I do. I do think he was in pain. I'm not taking that from. I think he had a lot on his mind, and he has had a lot on his mind for years. And instead of getting the therapy that he's needed years ago, I think that he was dealing with them in his own ways. And because he was Michael Jackson, he could have anything he wanted. He found something that helped him rest and help him do this. And people, instead of telling him, there's no way your body's going to continue to take this, they continued to give it to him because he wanted it. And I mean, they were even saying he was firing people who weren't with it. So I mean, because once somebody get in this state in their life, he's a drug addict now. Whether they're Michael Jackson or Michael Jordan, no matter who they are, Elvis Presley, they're on drugs now. Look at what's his name? Was for Cash Money? BG and Juvenile. BG and Juvenile were doing so much that they were in debt with money. So no time they paid, they was owing money for their studio, their videos, all this stuff, but also them habits. They taxing you. Oh yeah, you want that pound every day? Oh, we get it to you. We're gonna send you the money. Go to the dispensary, get it illegally. We don't care. We'll send it to you. This money, oh, bro. Like this all added up, but they was owing money, and then they both literally became drug addicts. BG, I mean, the last I know on BG, he was still hitting licks. Like he was still sticking people, like still gangster in the mo. And I'm like, he was talented. BG could rap. To me, where Lil Wayne went, to me that's where BG was gonna go. That was in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Then that's nothing against Lil Wayne to say he wouldn't have went there, because the one thing about Lil Wayne, he has his own style, and that'll always stand out, even if at first it don't. One day that stands tall, and that's why he's still shining, riding, have his own gear, all kind of stuff, get to look any way he wants to, and be fine with it. So I mean, that's why I knew well. But BG, oh BG lyrically was definitely very talented. But Hunty, when that blow get on you, she. So, but yeah, we seen many of them. That's why I said we could name this all night. We could do this all night. Um, hold on. I forgot to share this. Going live with Hottie at 1:30. I have to share it. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, no, it is. It is, but the thing is that just as a conscious adult, no matter what pain I'm in and everything else, I gotta know that taking stuff that people use is for local anesthesia, for surgery. It's nothing I should be administering in my home, period, even if I got a doctor there. But if I'm gone on drugs, my body, whether I'm using it for rest, is now chasing the high. It's many people addicted to drugs because they running from pain, because they were in such pain that they overtake their medicine to stay out of pain, and they don't consider themselves drug addicts. They don't realize that now my body controls me more than my, you know what I'm saying? This drug controls my body, and I don't even realize it no more because I'm still thinking that I just do it too. No, my body ain't gonna make it right without it. That's why it's so sad. But I agree with you, sis, that that's why he was doing it. I just think it's sad that people around him were allowing it, because they should have known it was literally going to kill him. There was no way around it. I took a local anesthesia when I just had my last transplant, and I had an allergic reaction to it. You know what I mean? And this was administered at a hospital. I was reviewed and watched over before they sent me home, and I still end up having that. So just the thought that people thought they could do that there, and know that really you don't even have enough time that if something happens to get them to a hospital in enough time. Unless y'all got a jet sitting on top of the building that's about to fly you over there. But once again, unless that jet is a medical plane, I don't think you're going to have the stuff on it to get them there safely. Mm-hmm. 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 Yes, yes. Tell her. She's not supposed to be typing. Do you have the thing on there, Tina? Because you know they have a thing where you sometimes where you could speak your thing. So sometimes that'd be an option. Yeah, they had to become adults without, and that's what I mean. I do not. I don't care if those are DNA his children or not. Michael loved those kids. And like to me, when you're taking chances like that, it's like me sitting playing Russian roulette, and if something happened, being like, "But you know, no, I had to know that this is the chance." Come on, Michael. One of my favorite songs by Michael Jackson is a song he wrote to his daughter. And he tell them he could tell them angels, no, I don't want to leave my baby alone. He tells us in a song he's not even wanting to die because he want to live to be with her because he couldn't imagine nobody else hugging her, holding her, kissing her. He couldn't imagine her having to be without him. And then he took himself from her. I'm sorry. Sometimes I just have to grab them because the reality is like, man, that's how you got to know pain is real because even in it, he sacrificed what he really didn't want to do. Because I know Michael loved them kids, all three of them. I know he loved them. And I know because of the relationship he had with his father and stuff, he never wanted to give them less than. And he always wanted to be there for them and them to be happy and enjoy their childhood. But then they had to, like you just said, be made adults early. And they've all went through little turmoils in themselves. You know what I mean? Now I know Prince, his youngest one, oldest one, he got a YouTube channel and stuff. He be doing videos and outside his crib and taking the yeah he got a channel. His sister's been on his channel. Yeah, like he has a channel. I'll drop his link. I'm subscribed to his channel, but he has a channel. And he's very open, like not open because he's not really sitting there talking about Michael Jackson and stuff. He knows he's a Jackson and he loves that. He has Michael Jackson ways. Yeah. hmm He has a channel. Cause I really stayed involved watching those kids. I remember when the daughter had the S attempt. Like I really, cause I felt so bad for them. I really did. I felt so bad for them. But what I loved was they still had such a relationship with like their grandmother. Like they had a very close relationship with their grandmother. They stayed with their grandmother after things like that. I love that they still had that, and I feel like for her it gave her like a do over because Joe Jackson messed those kids up, all of them. He messed all of them up. And then I think of the tragedies that kids like Tito Jackson's kids found their mother floating in the pool. And didn't she see and there's stories behind her death too. So I don't know. Is it she OD'd? Did somebody do something to her? Like what? Really? I don't know that real story. But I just know them kids seen her. Michael's kids seen him pass away. Because they were home. And I'm like, man, somebody got to break that cycle for the Jacksons because then otherwise, just like y'all didn't do what y'all daddy did, but y'all life, just like your daddy's life and what he did, caused pain to the kids. hmm In my heart, them his kids. Those are his kids. And the one though, where you can tell it, Blanket, you can tell that that's actually Blanket got Jackson features. Like if you pay attention to him, like something about Blanket, and especially as he gets older, you know what I mean. But those are all his kids. That girl, that like I said, my Prince is blonde hair, blue eyes, right now. He's still a Jackson to me. He's still a Jackson. He is still a Jackson. The girl, they all Jacksons to me. They are Jacksons. I will call them a Jackson for the rest of my life. They Jacksons. They Jacksons. But what I always wonder is, I know when Michael passed, the mother was trying to come back and like be in their life, and I know now they old enough, the oldest two, because like Blanket's mother was somebody different. And I think she still had relations with Blanket. You try. That's all we can all do. That's all we can all do. And you learn. You live and you learn. You know better, you do better. Or you try. That's it. That's it. But I always felt sorry for Michael Jackson. I always felt he was so lost. Even when you used to see him, like when he was super hard hanging with Liza and them, and I used to be like, "Ooh!" Now we know all these chicks get it in, all of them, no secret. Then I look at Macaulay Culkin. Macaulay Culkin, when we talk about these drugs, I grew up Macaulay Culkin, same age as me. I grew up on Macaulay Culkin, Home Alone, all this. We watched Macaulay Culkin go down a terrible slope. Oh my goodness. I used to worry about Macaulay Culkin. I did. I used to worry about Macaulay. I know, but do one of your kids look like they by a black man? Because the Jacksons got strong ass DNA, such strong DNA. 3T and them still look like Jacksons, and they were fully mixed. And they looked mixed. But they still had Jackson features. The Jacksons have strong. Joe Jackson has strong features. That's why Michael was changing himself to not look anything like him. Because Joe Jackson has strong features that they couldn't shake. And that's what so many of them changed their face. Yeah, you can have kids don't look nothing like you. But they usually ain't gonna look another race. Oh yeah, they came out of you. You know they yours. No, trust me, I believe that. I believe that. But Michael Jackson wasn't sleeping with anyone. Michael Jackson wasn't that. Michael Jackson ain't laid up with no chick, laid down, and that's not something against him. Actually, it's more love on him that he loved those children, and what if he adopted them, gave him his last name, them his children. DNA don't make them no more his children. He adopted them and raised them and took care of them to the day he died and loved on them to the day he died. So he is their father, period. He's their father, period. Mm-hmm. 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 Oh yeah, and trust me, I got family members on look nothing like their family, and then they had this feature where you could see them, but they look alike. I believe it, and I believe them your kids. And I still don't believe, other than Blanket, that DNA wise, those are my girls. That's just an opinion. And nothing against him, because I still think he love his kids more than most people who love their biological kids. I do. Hmm. Yeah, like I said. Hmm. And even when kids got different moms, if they got the same dad, they're gonna have a feature the same. Something is gonna be the same. Them oldest two got the same mama and daddy, and they don't even look alike. But they mama is supposed to be old girl Debbie, and their daddy is supposed to be Michael Jackson, and they don't even look alike. That's how I know they don't have the same daddy. But Blanket look like them Jack. Go look at Jermaine kids, all them kids that are Jackson kids, and then take a look at Blanket. I think that's why they cover him the most, because you could see it. I feel like with him there was a case of, I don't know. I don't know if it was because I just don't believe he was that. Because there are people. Is that asexual? No, that's not asexual. Which one is the one where it's just people who don't wanna? They don't. Not thinking about. Not even in the to procreate. Like they're just not thinking about it like that at all. And it don't make or break them. I feel like that's how Michael was, and nothing's wrong with that. I haven't done nothing in 4 years. I don't feel like it makes me angry. It makes me less than. If I had it, it made me better than. It's not something I'm saying never, but I just understand that there's people who don't just think about that. It don't make or break the day. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't think MJ has many haters no matter what he does. That's the truth. That's the truth. He has more defenders than he has anything else. So you ain't got to worry about MJ haters. He is worshipped. He is worshipped. Like I said, them his kids. Regardless. I agree. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because like I said, she's raised by him. She's watched it. She studied every move. So you become a part of. It's people who are raised. Like I said, I'm crazy cat mama. I almost feel like, girl, you think I'm saying something against you defending it, girl, because I'm not. I'm really not. I know people adopted kids. Them kids are just like them. Just like them. They ain't got no DNA the same. They are exactly like them. So I know that. Yeah, because they loved them right. They raised them. And I know people who they parent is talented as hell. They ain't got one talent they got in them, and that's their DNA. And like you said, people who got kids, they don't look nothing like them, but that's their kid. Yeah. But one thing we know that Michael Jackson made clear that I think all his fans forget is he don't like that bloodline he came from. So why would he be spreading it when DNA is where you get your genetics? It wouldn't be make sense for him to spread it because he couldn't stop if they carried the genes he didn't like. He couldn't stop that. He hated his nose. He couldn't stop changing if they got that nose. He couldn't stop changing that his father had an evil side that's in that DNA that is him, and he hates his father. So why would I pump the chance of giving my children that? There's nothing wrong with that. Maybe that's how he broke the curse. I ain't mad at him. Because to me, it's just like the woman who couldn't. Maybe he just didn't want to. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And just like how she got the talent, his daughter also got the, at one point when she was around 18, where they were worried about her using because of her depression and trying to cope. So you don't want her to think that that's how you're going to finally get your rest. This is how you're going to be okay, because then it'll be just like Whitney Houston. And we'll lose a father and a daughter to the same tragic way. Like Whitney Houston was sad. And I felt like it was so many people. No, we watched Whitney Houston in our face. The day before Whitney Houston passed, all they were talking about was the blood dripping down her leg. You know, like she had caught her cycle and didn't have on underwear. I'm like, they are embarrassing my girl. They showing her singing so bad. Kelly Price got to come in and start singing for her, and all these other singers took over because she was sounding terrible and was drunk. She was reported trying to start fights. It was sad. It's sad. I don't say these things like I'm just trying to diss these people. These people I grew up on. You got to understand, Michael Jackson to everybody was a star, but for black people, he is a legend because he broke so many boundaries and barriers. He's the first one of us on MTV. He's the first one of us to do something that some didn't even get to do. So Michael Jackson is a freaking legend. He's black history, and he could have turned his face complete white. I mean, I'm talking about the crayon color white. And he still would have been a legend and black history and black excellence in this great man. He is. But I know one thing is Michael Jackson, everybody think Michael Jackson was running from being black. I don't think that. In my opinion, he was running from being Joe Jackson. He was running from the things that Joe Jackson allowed to happen to them when they were children. That's what he was running from. That he never got to be a kid. He never got to enjoy this. I've always had a love and felt sorry and understood Michael Jackson. I did. And there were things that Michael Jackson did that hurt my feelings. As growing up to him, respecting him, and loving him, because to this day we still don't have answers to him as far as I'm concerned. Yeah. Because he put love in them. That's the one thing. That's why I said I will never take what he did. He gave them love from the beginning. He did. But sadly, we know toward his end, he wasn't even awake really like that. Because he'd be knocked out for days, then come back chasing that same thing. So I know he wasn't there like that. How you can't be there and be knocked out unconscious. And that's sad to me because he's Michael Jackson. He moonwalked. I still can't moonwalk. He's Michael Jackson. He is a legend. He bigger than Presley. He bigger than everybody. And we watched this man go into such, I mean, even with money, was going into debts, was mismanaging. I'm like, we are watching a legend fall. I know you love the kids, Mike, but you shouldn't have all these kids at your crib, man. You're Michael Jackson. You gotta love them. You could set up anything. You could set up camps. You could have built land and took their whole families and had them living on your land, so you could have made sure people were taken care of. You could have set up a whole St. Jackson. Like, there was many ways, and these people are playing, because that's what I meant. Mike didn't get over the years. Once you got away from your dad, you still allowed all these bad people around you who still were drinking over and tearing over Michael Jackson and taking advantage of his sweetheart and taking advantage of his caring heart. But Michael Jackson's the one that made me look in the mirror and realize the change started for me. Michael Jackson was the first person to ever put Ethiopians in his video to show y'all that here go some black countries, some third world countries. These kids are starving to death. Michael Jackson shined light on that. Michael Jackson decided we're going to have a day for the children because there's so many children being abused all kind of ways. They say Michael Jackson daddy was selling, allegedly, him and Jermaine and them. And Michael was running from being anything like his father. Anything. And I feel like in Michael, he had this place about his mother that she sat there and allowed them to be hurt because she was submissive to her husband. Michael didn't want nothing that looked like that. Yeah. That's why when Michael Jackson in Remember the Time kissed Imani, Everybody was so excited because Michael Jackson hadn't so much as dated a black woman in his career. Because it wasn't because he didn't like. I'm telling you, Michael Jackson loved being black. He loved. Come on, he's the first black man to have a army. And listen to the words in that song. They don't care about us. He is talking about the man in the government. He's talking to black people. And there was some rages from people about that. Because first of all, that army is really his. And they said, what did he say? They beat me. Listen to the words of that song. Michael was deep. Michael was deep and very much aware of what was going on and very much doing for the people. I love Michael Jackson. I'm not going to never disrespect Michael Jackson. But I'm going to go deeper than the surface on him too because Michael Jackson is great. Like I said, he was a great. But they knew what they was doing to him. They knew what they was doing to him. They knew it. They knew the power he was. They knew it. They knew it. But I just don't get how all these great people, like Prince was just about to get his stuff. Mike had all this stuff, was about to get all this thing with the music, and they all pass before it happens, right? Paul McCartney got the whole jacket. Paul McCartney, man, music wise, do y'all know what Paul McCartney on? Like, whoo wee. Let's say this music industry is so deep. Like, oh. It's just like the entertainment industry. I feel like they purposely feed this stuff to them. It's just sad. It's just sad. He is a true victim, and people see that's why I wanted to bring that out. Chris came on, because I'm like, all of this lead to child abuse. So even when I'm saying to children, no, he's not going to do it, and I can understand why he wouldn't put his DNA in, because to him, he coming from a DNA that isn't right because of what was done to him for money, for fame. Yeah, and people don't never think about that. Michael was done so wrong. But something was going on in that Jackson home. It's just like the DeBarges. People could talk about how many of the DeBarges was messed up or ended up on drugs. There was a terrible things going on in their home. Their father was a white man who hated black people but had 7, 8 kids with a whole black woman. He tortured them. And he tortured them older ones. So the DeBarges, yeah, they messed up, but nobody's thinking about they are coming from abused children who never went to therapy about their abuse because nobody said there was abuse. The Jacksons too. The Jacksons too. They were even made to believe no matter how good they was or something, they could have did it better. Because their daddy was never satisfied. He was never satisfied. Joe Jackson is an example of a terrible parent. They say that that's how, but I don't think it's vicious. Drew Barrymore's mother was. That she was one of them terrible stage mamas that was allowing anything. She could blow, she could do this as a little girl. Whatever. To keep her involved. And that's what Joe Jackson was doing with them. But they say Joe Jackson was messing up money too. So Joe Jackson was messing up their money and then needing money because you done messed up the money. You got advances, you messed up the money. And that allegedly, there were people with money in the industry who were willing to make deals with them little boys that were Michael and Jermaine. Because I don't think Tito and them, I think they were a little too old. But Michael and Jermaine, they say we're definitely getting paid. And when you look at Jermaine today and how he is, when I think about Michael, I never liked Joe Jackson. Never. Never. Because not only was he doing that, he was beating those children. He wasn't whooping those children. He wasn't giving them children order. He was beating those children. And Joe Jackson never faced one charge for what he did. He never was held to what he did. They made a whole movie and basically let us know it was bad. Now the movie let us know how bad it was, and the movie ain't even telling you everything. Joe Jackson was a tyrant. Michael Jackson was a tyrant. Hmm. He was. He was a tyrant. He was a terrible person. He was a terrible person. And like I said, look at all his children. They all have some kind of scar. They all. Every last one of them. Or they done been through some addiction. Will never truly understand the impact it has on a child. And especially when a child is abused and it was never dealt with in any kind of way. There was no judicial justice. There was no therapy. There was no sit down conversations to let them know that they were nothing. None of that went on. They just had to grin and bear it. They had to swallow it and take it. And we have a society filled with people who are abused children who have never been dealt with. And sometimes abuse could have been in school, tortured every day. Who knows? But they were abused children. Just watch the Jackson. Look at him when he's not singing. This on some old videos. Look in that child's eyes. And you'll see it all. Just watch an old thing they perform here, little kid. Watch before he sang or when he not singing and he done. There's a joy from the crowd loving him because he was looking for love. But, yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, they never thought they were good enough. Even when they was doing it perfect, it wasn't perfect enough. It wasn't because they never felt good enough. He would have just been another man who had a bunch of children he couldn't afford to take care of. And that honestly, if they weren't talented, I feel like in my opinion, he didn't even want. And I feel like he was such a tyrant that one of the reasons the mother was so deep into religion is because that's where her faith was. That's what gave her hope that for some reason something better would come out for them. And it'd all be worth it one day. I think that's what I feel. Because she's so silent. Well, she was. Hello? Good. Um, but yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Michael, that's always a sad when you think about Michael. Like I said, but I think of the great things he did too. And I think that even if he never really felt it inside of him, man, you might as well have walked on the moon because you definitely set your feet in the sand, bro. It is records. People still going to, if they pass, it's still going to be said that Mike said it. It's going to still, yeah, yeah. Can't even knock him. Can't even knock him. But y'all, I'm going to get out of here because I want to eat something. It's about to be 12. I'm going over there on How It Is at 1:30 to talk about this Sister Wives and reality shows that came on in the last week. So like I said, I'm going to eat something before I did that. But I wanted to get this live out because I got some things to do today. And I wanted to make sure that I had got my live out. I knew we going at 1:30, so I wanted to have that be done with my live before then. Because afterwards I got to do some things. Really, I'm just messing with my channel, but I got to do some things. I'm trying to set myself some time to do some things. But yeah. So, all right, guys. And I will talk to y'all later. Because like I said, I could talk music and these artists and they impact on me or the things like Prince. Well, he gave me confidence as young because I thought his confidence was just through the roof. Through the roof. Michael's talent was through the roof. He said, man, like I said, man, the things he's done in my lifetime. So, definitely. And just being Michael Jackson and saying too much, he passed on the 25th of June, which is my best friend's birthday. I remember that day she said, why would Michael pass on my birthday? Yeah, Young Jay definitely love. Definitely. Some of my favorite songs in life come from him. Oh yes, definitely Catherine. I would love they made a story and took us back to Catherine and Joe when he was young. Tell me Joe's story, because somebody was abusing Joe too, but Joe never made it to be good enough for what they was trying to make him, and he was determined to give his kids two times that. But also, a lot of people say, and I don't even want to get into that religious part, but I know they say it's a lot of discipline in Jehovah's Witness belief. So, but that still don't make up for what he was doing in them. Like, I just don't buy that. Like, he was abusing those children, and that's in my opinion. That's off of their mouth. That's what I'm saying. He did them kids wrong. But I believe Catherine. I could believe that Catherine was abused. I could believe that. Just by what she was willing to take. I could believe it. I could see that. And then he had her to be cheating on her and stuff. I'm like, oh, I can't stand Joe Jackson, y'all. I can't stand Joe Jackson. Dead or alive. I'm like, oh, he is like, I turn it to me like, oh, like, oh. We get on Ike another day. We get on Ike another day. But yeah, y'all, I'm gonna get out of here so I can go make me something to eat real quick. It's Taco Tuesday. It's Taco Tuesday. Even though I just we do tacos all the time. Anyway, all right, y'all. I'll see you later, and I'll see some of y'all over there. And crazy, come on, we gotta finish this conversation. We can talk about them Jacksons all night. We can talk about them Jacksons all night. Oh, I feel so bad. The only one I don't really feel that sorry for is Latoya. I can't even. But I know she went through the same thing, so she a case of too. So I don't want to leave her out. But Latoya just gets on my nerves so bad for years. She didn't just start getting on my nerves. Mm-hmm. You too, sis. Mm-hmm. Now you got me thinking about Catherine. All right, guys. I'll see y'all later. Bye bye. And Tina, we better not catch you typing nowhere. And but do type to let us know that you had a good visit. Thank you, Shenanigans, for coming on in here, sis. And thank you, everybody. And tomorrow, don't forget, I'm going to do Jared's in the morning because Jared is bringing up content creators to the channel and different ones. And he invited me on over, so I will be there tomorrow at 10:15. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Love you. Might see you later. It's still early, but see ya. Bye-bye.